apparently.
Probably because nobody cared at that point. They're like, another 3-tier motherfucker. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because it's not. It was what? Insurgent, or sorry, Divergent.
Divergent,
then Insurgent, and then it was supposed to be like Resurgent or something.
Now it's Allergent or some shit.
Allergent. It's allergent. I'm allergic to these 3-tier movies that keep happening.
Because I saw it, I was like, what the fuck does that say? I was like, is that Allergent?
I'll have to look that up because I don't have a clue what it is, and I'm not even gonna claim to have read the books. You know, hey, I'm with Neil deGrasse Tyson, Sir Degrassi. There's no way to say his name right.
So, I stopped reading after the first book.
Yeah, I was gonna say she dies in the book. So
what, Divergent?
No.
Yeah, you're talking about Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. I've never read any of them.
I read the first book of Hunger Games. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to become one of those people that's like, I read the book. Okay.
I do that all the time.
Continue doing that. Stop ruining my movie.
Well, the thing with that particular series with me is I enjoyed the first book, and I enjoyed the first movie, but I cannot enjoy them together.
Well, I heard the second...
Because they fuck up the whole ending, and they change everything, so I just decided I'm not going to read the books anymore. I'm just going to watch the movies and enjoy it that way.
I was sad. I was hoping Finney would have lasted.
Right? I'm like...
Damn it.
So, let's...
Like, come on, Aquaman!
Let's stop...
Let's
do this as a show.
We can totally record this.
I am recording this.
Good. Because Finnick is Aquaman. He looks the part. He has the trident.
Yep.
He plays the part.
And he comes in.
To be Aquaman.
He comes in like a total badass. He's like, Katniss!
Which Aquaman are we talking about? Like Super Friends Aquaman or
I'm talking
Justice League Aquaman?
Yeah, he would actually make a really good mix between Justice League, like like, okay, Super Friends Aquaman and Justice League Unlimited, and then New 52. Or actually even old. I mean, I'm talking like he could bust out a hook and be fun. He'd be good. Maybe a little beard.
I really liked the Justice League Unlimited Aquaman. I thought they did a really good job there. But the Super Friends Aquaman...
I mean, yeah, it was a joke. He looked like shit, but
you know, most of the Super Friends was pretty rough.
I guess that's why Big Bang Theory, they always be like, man, Aquaman sucks. I don't want to be Aquaman.
Because with very few exceptions, Aquaman sucks.
Allegiant. That's what it is.
Allegiant? Okay.
Divergent series, Allegiant. Sorry,
No, you're fine. I don't think I had any respect for the character of Aquaman until Justice League Unlimited.
I'm telling the WB movies have done it for me. The WB movies...
Well, that was the same team.
Right, but the WB movies have brought DC to the mainstream the same way the Marvel movies have brought the Avengers to the mainstream. Because, let's face it, we all played the Avengers when it was in the arcade, and we all completely ignored Hawkeye. And, you know, everybody played Iron Man or Captain America.
Dude, Captain America...
Right! We played that, and it washed out. Like, that was the extent of the Avengers that we ever had growing up, unless you were a huge comic book nerd. And even then, you didn't really admit it until they started making the Marvel movies. You're like, yeah, they're going to go towards the Avengers. I know all about it because I read it in the comic books. No,
just like
you didn't.
Just like Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. Like, man, fucking comic books are cool.
Right.
The thing with DC is I wish they would just stick to the small screen because that's where they're good.
Yeah,
and
I don't even want to get into the whole Batman Superman thing because
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just want to see what it is. I just want to see what comes of it, what they actually do, because the plan is to make it Spider-Man 3. Where you just have like 50 villains,
yeah, no shit.
You have no tangible story.
So everybody's in there to kill.
You just go, you know what, I got a really cool idea, and you have 5 other people say the same thing, and you throw it in a pot and go, here it is.
Let's just fight. The entire movie.
I mean, they're talking about adding Wonder Woman, adding Aquaman, hints of the Flash.
No, fucking Doomsday is supposed to be the main villain now.
Whatever.
Are we gonna have Darkseid at this point?
Dark Side, Dark Seed.
However you want to say it. I mean,
Boom tubes.
I mean,
Whatever. At this point, just give me a movie. I mean, never has Marvel said, the year 2010, we made a preview for a movie that might come out in 2020. Wait for it. Coming to it. Oh, speaking of which, have you seen the John Malkovich preview for the movie that will literally be sealed in a time vault for 100 years?
No.
They made three different previews for it, and it's essentially the same thing, but they're dressed in different clothing, and they're implying that the future will be a different sort of utopia, either a utopia where we are completely integrated with technology, or we completely abandon it and grass is growing over all everything, or there's something in between where we're tech savvy but it's still kind of earthy. And it just has him taking a bottle of, God, I can't think of what it's called, like Courvoisier or something, whatever takes 100 years to make, because they're making it's alcohol that takes 100 years to fucking whatever.
Gosh, I know what you're talking about, but it's not Courvoisier. Keep going.
Anyways, point being, they made a movie to put in the time vault with this alcohol because they want it to age with it. But the thing is, by the time anyone sees that movie, it will either be a cult classic because it's 100 years old, kind of like watching, I hate to say Charlie Chaplin movies, but who can actually name a Charlie Chaplin movie that they've watched from beginning to end? It's a novelty thing. It's a classic. Yes, we have the cinema that we have now because of it. But who, has that in their collection? It's kind of like Gone with the Wind. I don't know. I think I might even own that. But it's just one of those things I think I bought at some point, kind of like Casablanca. I feel like it was an obligation.
Just to watch it.
Right. Miracle on 34th Street. I don't want to watch that in the holidays.
It's our Wonderful Life. I was like,
Right.
That's depressing.
Right.
speaking of obligations.
Friendbligations.
No, obligations. I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I can't find a good fucking copy of it.
You mean because all the copies that you keep buying in the store are scratched?
Yes.
So I felt obligated to watch part of what it came from.
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah.
I don't know how it's not bad.
We're probably going to insult somebody by saying that.
No, it's not bad.
It's a TV series.
I just don't understand how they got from the TV series to that movie.
If you ever watched NCIS, Ducky was in it.
Yes, he was. Very important role, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched about 3 episodes of it with my mom, and it was okay, and I'll probably watch all of season 1 because I have it. But I don't understand how they made that jump, because and I'm trying to look at it from the fact that this was made in the 60s.
That's why.
But no, it still doesn't work for me. It is so much different.
Is it kind of like the Avengers? Not the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers. I'm talking the Avengers. The movie with Uma Thurman and God, I can't even think of it.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, but anyways, it was essentially a show in whatever time era. And then they made it today, and it was so irrelevant and so detached from anything.
You almost have to look at them as separate things.
That it wasn't even viable. It was kind of like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I was about to say, yeah. I was like, is that the movie you're talking about?
No,
it was very.
I actually have the movie on DVD.
It was very similar in the theme they were going for, that time era type movie. It was just detached.
Yeah. The only
but not so detached that it was like Van Helsing. Van Helsing was so detached that it was like, okay, I can see this being its own world. That's fine. But League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was just like, hey, this is like now.
The only
retro. It was you know what? It was a movie for steampunk people to jerk off to.
The only good thing about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was their rendition of the Nautilus.
Yeah.
That was about it.
That's true. I'll give you that.
So.
What the fuck was I looking at?
I just want to know.
Anyways.
But since we're just kind of going off the cuff, let's talk about Fallout.
Well, here's something random, since we're still talking about that, and I'm not talking about Fallout yet, because I've got a lot to say about Fallout, but since when has every really good American actor become English? I'm okay with it. I love it. But it's just Man from U.N.C.L.E., you know.
Oh.
The American spy is Henry Cavill. Superman, the man of red, white, and blue.
The Walking Dead
is Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes.
Everybody in that series.
I was about to say everybody in that series is English.
I
Why in the world they filmed it in Georgia? I have no idea.
I love The Walking Dead so much, but it totally could have just been 28 Days Later, the series,
pretty much,
because they're all British. But it's funny because I love The Walking Dead and I love The Talking Dead, and it's amazing to watch the episode and then watch them on The Talking Dead and speak their, you know, how they just normally speak, and it's just fascinating to me because I can't do a good English accent to save my life.
And it just works for them.
Because I can watch somebody and listen to somebody have an accent, and then I can mimic the shit out of it. But for them to just like be on point, even, and I get that's probably where the Carl thing comes from. Because if you really think about it, if you try to say Carl with an English accent, it doesn't come out at all. So I can only imagine that's just how he has to say Carl, because he just can't quite get the American accent of it. Like, Coral. It just comes out like you're saying coral, like on the reef.
The way you're fascinated with that is like when I watch readings of animation. How they can just turn that on.
What?
Watching The Simpsons readings with the actual actors.
Oh, when they switch their voice.
Just like that. It's like, and you've got 4 and 5 guys, or one guy playing 4 or 5 characters, and you just turn it on and off.
Oh, watching Seth MacFarlane talk to himself like he is the characters of Family Guy.
It's like, oh my god.
What is it, a Night at the Actors Guild? Or
Inside the Actors Studio.
Inside the Actors Studio, thank you.
Yeah.
That was amazing!
Yeah, because he just like switch, you're like, okay.
But I watched a reading of one of the, a full reading of one of the Treehouse of Horrors from The Simpsons. Yeah. It was an actual, not studio recording for the show, but an actual reading.
Well, yeah, they were at the Inside of the Actors Guild too. They did the same exact thing.
It's ridiculous.
It's amazing.
But sitting there watching those guys, there's like 5 people at the table and they're playing 20 characters.
Right.
And they don't miss a beat. It's like, oh my god. And voice actors are just now getting credit, and that's wrong.
And who trips me out is the dude that plays Dom, or is it Dom in Gears of War, who is also Bender, who is also like 30 other people. Anyways, moving on.
Why?
To Fallout.
Great topic. Fallout.
The thing that has been taking up my time when I have time is Fallout 4.
Are we gonna actually start this like?
No, we're just. I've decided we're just going.
Now that we're 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bush League Geek.
We are 13 minutes in. We hope you've enjoyed our rants. We are going to continue.
Yep.
Fallout.
Things that I like to talk about. Random shit. So Fallout 4.
Actually, you know what? Before you get started,
Jesus.
No,
What?
because I only have about 2 things to say about it, and you're going to go on for 10 minutes.
About 2 things to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've run out already of Fallout. I'm bored already.
What?
Are you done?
I don't know that I'm done.
Did you do any story?
Yes, that's all I did actually, and it's trying to get me to go to Diamond City.
You haven't even gone to Diamond City yet?
No.
I went to Diamond City at like level 7.
I still have.
I think I'm like level.
What is wrong with you
12.
guys?
I'm still doing like the helping, clearing out.
I have still yet to see a vendor.
They're in Diamond City.
Yeah, every time I try to
You
get
haven't
to
come
Diamond
across
City,
Trash Can
Yeah, I was about to
Carla?
say Trash Can Carla.
every time I try to get to Diamond City, I die.
How do you-
Repeatedly.
dude,
I have managed to clear the brewery.
The brewery?
brewery.
The
The
brewery.
people
brewery.
who play
The place
fair,
where they used to make beer.
for people who play fair, have you done the glitch?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't seen a vendor yet to
I've
do the
bought all
glitch.
of my ammo fair and square.
I haven't seen a vendor yet to do the glitch.
All of the vendors still have their money. I swear.
And I'm stuck on story because I broke all my bobby pins and can't find any more.
You must be really bad at lock
Super
picking.
frustrating.
Because all I do is the first thing I do is see if I can turn it from straight up.
Yep.
And then I go
All the
one way
yep.
or the other and try just a little bit.
Yep.
If it moves,
Yep. It's like,
that's
okay.
the way I go.
Yep.
I've got to open the door to restart the radio transmitter.
What?
At the old drive-in.
Oh, the drive-in movie theater. He's got to build the generator in the radio tower to get
I gotta
settlers
pick
to come.
that fucking door.
Yeah.
You know, I
out
died
of
like
body
6 times in the booth with the mines. It's another building in that area.
Yeah.
There was literally like 2 landmines in there.
Oh, I've gotten to where I just randomly go around clicking my VATS. Because I've died from so many landmines. Or I will just like, I'll just be exploring the wasteland and I'll hear, dee, dee, dee. And I'm like, shit!
Exactly.
You just can't run quick enough.
No, I got so frustrated with the story, I just started exploring the top left of the map. And I
See, the top left won't get you anything. If you go towards the right, you'll run into the Brotherhood of Steel.
Right. Yeah.
Like mid-right.
Mm-hmm.
On the way to Diamond City, if you kind of explore to the mid-right, you'll run into like the Brotherhood of Steel, and you can help them out.
I mean, I'm not done. I'm
One
just
guy's-
done for right now.
One guy's an ass.
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
That's about it. That I
Until
have
you
for
tell
right
him, if no spoilers, I don't
now.
think. But if you tell him that the whole reason you're helping is so that you'll have help finding your son, he kind of eases off of you.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
oh,
way
yeah, that's a good reason.
The way
I
I look
do
at
like
games
how-
like this, you can't spoil it because everybody's experience is different.
Well, I do. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I was gonna say I do enjoy how the answers you give make the experience different, because you may give one answer that you genuinely would give, and it may or may not give you the next quest for that person. You know, you're not everybody's gonna receive all the quests. Like for instance, there's this guy that has a water pump above this pool of water. I don't know what else to call it, a reservoir or something, but
The bubbles?
there are 3 leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and closed the leaks, got back out to let him know,
Mm-hmm.
and big ass crabs come towards us. And I just happen to have an automatic pistol out at the time, so I go shooting at it, and he just happens to be in the way of the spray. Clipped him, and he's like, oh hell, I'm gonna shoot you. And I'm like, well, you gotta die now.
Well,
Because he's shooting me, the crabs are coming after me, I had to kill him. That's incomplete for me from now on.
I had
forever.
a similar situation. I'm sure I lost a question. I don't remember the name, but I came across a farmstead.
Yeah.
That had.
Oh, that had the tomatoes.
Yes.
Steel
and
ball.
I
by,
walked
by
in-
the power the power.
Yeah. I
things.
walked-
Yeah.
I very cautiously came up to the house because I heard people talking.
Yeah.
I had no intentions of being aggressive at all.
What'd you say wrong?
I didn't say anything wrong. I picked up an oil can off the steps.
You stole
You
it.
stole
If it's
from them.
red, you
Yeah,
stole it. If they
Yes.
see you,
The door
They'll
was shut
kill
and they have
you.
no damn windows. They come barreling out. I was about to kill them all.
there's memes about this online. If you look up Fallout Settler, I guarantee you by the 5th picture you'll find, well, accidentally shot a settler, gotta kill them all.
Yep.
'Cause that's a thing.
I had to kill. I honestly think I had to kill an animal too. I think I had to kill a pet.
Yeah, they have genuine pets in the game.
Because it was like, what the hell?
The pets, okay, everybody bitches about dog meat not being useless and not doing shit. I fucking love dog
Gave me
meat.
the cry later.
He'll get
He got me the cry. Okay. Oh, let me go off on the
It worked
fucking
for me
cry
the first
later.
time.
I hate you and everybody else that's told me that. Do you have the cryolator?
what the fuck is that?
Absolutely
Okay.
not, apparently.
Obviously not. The cryolator is one of the best guns in the game, and you're not supposed to be able to get it until you can lockpick expert.
I'm not 100% convinced on that.
I think it's purposely glitched. I think it's a thing. Anyways, it's in the original vault that you leave. It's in Vault 111.
Okay. Is that...
You can get dog meat to fetch it for you, but for the life of me,
I watched him for 30
and he's
minutes.
laughing because I swear to God, I thought I was losing my mind. Videos online, my friends, everyone was telling me, "Yeah, I got it, first try." I'm like, I hate everyone.
I'm
I
gonna
hate
make him
the
hate me even more
developers.
when he's
I
done.
hate your guts. I hate all of you. I hate your family, your mother.
He's gonna
I
hate
hate
my
your
face
mother.
in a minute.
But yeah, because he wouldn't. Dog Meat would not go get it. I would hand him. I read everything, and people were like, "Give him a bobby pin. Do this, do that. Shut all the doors. Lock him in there. Get really close to it. Get next to it. Do this where you can see this. Blah blah fucking blah. Nothing worked. Do you know what actually worked?
It was hilarious.
Okay, and if he hadn't witnessed this, I would have hit the share button and put it on YouTube, and I probably should have anyways.
Yep, it's hilarious.
I swear to God, I had given up. So you know what I did? I told Dog Meat to do a trick, and as soon as he sat up on his hind legs, that fucking thing opened by itself.
And that is why I think it's on purpose, because of what happened to you. Now, when I went down there, and you're going to hate me for this, I never even had to tell him to fetch it.
He just grabbed it for you?
I walked into the room, and it pops up saying, Dog Meat has found something. I turned to look at him. He runs in the damn room and takes it and drops it.
Is that the gun in the glass case?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like frozen.
Go in there and tell him to fetch. Okay. Make sure there are no other items that he could fetch. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to just take it. I didn't even have to tell him to fetch it. He just did it.
Hate your guts.
I know you do.
I use the sword a lot. General So sword or the chicken.
General So.
Or the
Chicken of China, the Chinese chicken. Man, you're just that's he's sitting there going the chicken. What?
Well,
I have one of the China, like the Emperor sword or whatever.
General So sword.
Does it have semi-seeds on it?
It's got a serrated edge.
Did the Chinese really carry that many swords?
Yeah, I don't. I guess I don't have that one. I have like a.
I got it from
ancient sword.
Trash Can Carla.
Huh? I'll have to look. I don't have that one. I hadn't been using any melee weapons.
I use that for the damn ghouls. Because I waste all my fucking ammo trying to shoot them.
Yeah, I don't have any
I
ammo
use
right
the
now.
308 revolver. I have my 308 revolver hardened with a short scope, whatever. Anyways, it's 6 shots. That usually gets rid of them. Plus, that was part of what I was going to say with Dog Meat, is when ghouls come after me, Dog Meat is the most useful thing ever against ghouls, because you can attack one while he's holding the other one.
Yep.
And that has been so helpful.
Yep.
The only weapons I'm using are I have 2 pipe rifles, one that's been modified to work as a sniper scope.
Well, see, the problem with the pipe rifles, even when you bump them up, they're still only like 16 damage.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's the most I can get out of a pipe rifle.
With the sniper one, when I have ammo for it, 1 shot, 1 kill, headshots.
No, it's not at 16.
Well,
you might have a different one.
I found a sniper rifle that's got like.
Well, I made this.
It's like 36.
See, I found a silent sniper rifle that's like 60.
Nice.
The problem is it's a 50 cal, and I've only ever had like 9 bullets for it. It's phenomenal.
That's why I got rid of the 9. All the 9s I had, I'm never finding any 9mm rounds.
And by everything, I mean those 9 things.
Yeah.
I have 308 ammo out the ass.
I do too.
And the problem with that is it has the effective range of a shotgun.
Yep.
And
like, I have the cryolator and I use it and I can't find ammo for it anymore.
I've actually never used the cryolator.
It's pretty damn awesome.
What I use the shit of is Righteous Authority.
I do too.
You got that from the Brotherhood of Steel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I use the shit out of that.
Best gun of the game so far.
You freeze something with the cryolator, Dog Meat goes and breaks them.
Really?
Yes. It's awesome.
Now,
if you freeze something with the cryolator and let them sit there, if Dog Meat doesn't get them, they will thaw out and come back and get you.
So, can you freeze them and then like shoot them once and they break?
Freeze them or shoot them once, or freeze them and shoot them once, or freeze them and melee them. Or if Dog Meat's in an aggressive mode, he will bite them and they break.
Dog Meat gets too aggressive sometimes, I will say that.
Yes.
He pisses me off sometimes.
Let's just
Especially
say
when I lost him for a little while.
I've probably explored more than I've done any story stuff.
Oh, too.
I came to a river valley in the northeastern part of the map, I think.
Don't jump in the lake if you're in a power suit. Just sink.
Well, yeah. I only have the 1 power suit.
I do.
But I have quite a few cores for it.
I only have the 1 and I haven't found any other.
But I guess I don't know how to fix the armor yet. I guess I haven't.
I found Raider armor for my power suit, so it's got like the
like barbed wire,
like it's got like the Mad Max look
Right.
to it with the rebar around it.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Well, I intend to give the game another shot. It's just, I guess with everything going on, I really can't focus on it. I need a little
Well,
more
that's kind of
instant gratification.
what helped me is I had some time to not focus. So I just explored the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And the more people you talk to, the more random ass places it just throws on your map. But I was exploring in the northeastern corner, and I came to this river valley, and there were 2 death claws just fighting each other. Like, really? This is like the end of Jurassic World. this is the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex having at it. And I just sat at the top of the hill and just watched. And then they kind of... I was hoping that one of them would kill the other, and then the other would be like really weighed down and almost dead, and I'd just kill it and steal all their meat and shit. But they finally gave up, and one walked away, and the other started coming towards me, just like he was just casually strolling and shit. And I went and hid, and apparently there was a settler that I probably could have sent to Sanctuary and saved his life, but I didn't get to him in time. And the Deathclaw just walked down the street and just swipe dead. And then I guess Dogmeat heard that or something and went after it. And I was like, I'd love to save my dog right now, but I'm just going to stand behind this car and not even poke my head out. I'm not dealing with that.
Do you have the Fat Man?
I do, but at the time I didn't have any ammo for it.
I mean, nukes.
Yeah. I actually didn't find a nuke until I went to this random junkyard where I killed a bunch of people, and I had to let a crane down so I could get to the top of it. And up top, I guess the person just got stuck somewhere because they were stuck around a corner, and they shot a missile on themselves. That's the only reason they revealed themselves to me. Otherwise, I would have been dead. But when I killed them, they had a
nuke
Fat Man and a nuke.
Nice.
So I have one, same as I have a missile launcher and some missiles, but I haven't actually gone that route yet. I haven't started just blowing shit up, which I probably should at some point, but I've been told I should say that until I swim to the island.
Okay.
Apparently there's an island in the southeast part of the map that has things that will make you wet yourself digitally.
Nice.
Right. Apparently you have to have a nuke to just even try to live.
I found a nuke and I think it was like a old telephone booth or some shit.
Yeah.
I activated and spun around, said, "Good luck," and there was a nuke.
The phone booth spun around?
Yeah, I mean something in, I don't know if it's something somewhere
This is
spun
an episode
around.
of Doctor Who? I mean,
Yeah, right.
I hit
Bill
it
and Ted.
and it like spun around and there was a dead person skull.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. You want to talk about useful things in that game? Okay, so I got the Pip-Boy edition of the game, right? As soon as they announced it for E3, I was like, I'm ordering that shit. So I just kept looking, and finally, I saw it on Amazon, I saw it at Best Buy, I saw it in different places. Well, anyways, I'm part of the Gamers Club at Best Buy, so I get like a 20% discount on new games anyways, not that I'm promoting that. Just saying, that's the reason I bought it from there as opposed to anywhere else. But I went ahead and ordered it the day it released, which is good because I went back to order someone else one the very next day, and they were absolutely gone. And I set email notifications everywhere, like on Amazon, on Best Buy. Anyways, anybody that said, "Would you like us to email you when they become available?"
Yes, please.
Well, Amazon actually sent me a message that one was available for either the Xbox 360 or Xbox One, and I remember literally as soon as I got that email, I clicked the link and it was gone again.
Well, when I bought Star Wars tickets.
Right, that was probably the quickest I've ever seen any special edition of anything sell out ever. But the point of that whole story is I got one, and it's phenomenal. I actually want to wear that because it is so fucking useful. I have probably spent half of the game either looking at the map in the Pip-Boy or sorting through my inventory in the Pip-Boy. But now I can just do it on my wrist while I'm still playing. And the map is the most useful thing ever.
So you can actually put that on while you're playing.
You put your phone in it.
Have you not downloaded the Pip-Boy app?
You don't have to have the Pit-Boy. You can just do it on your phone.
Yes, I have it
I
on
mean, the
one of my
Pip-Boy is
tablets.
useful because it's right there. But I could probably get like an exercise band and do the same exact thing. So for anybody that's listening, yes, the Pit-Bull is an awesome, super cool thing. And there's been some people out there that have actually like weathered them and aged them to look like they would really be in this time frame, and it's phenomenal. It's one of the coolest things ever. It's probably one of the most well thought out special edition props I've ever bought.
And the app itself is ridiculously
The
well
app
thought
itself
out.
is so perfect.
The only complaint I have with the app, and it may be because of the way I'm using it, it goes into view mode a lot, to where I can't actually change my inventory from it until I save again. Like, it's timing out.
That's interesting.
Now, I have it side-loaded on my Kindle Fire because it wasn't part of the Amazon store. And it runs fine, but...
Yeah, you are using it on a tablet that's not supposed to have it.
Yeah, I mean, it runs fine. And I haven't tried it on my phone because why use a tiny screen like I use a big 7-inch screen? And it works where it actually sits in front of me when I'm playing, and I just have to look down, and the map and everything's right there, but...
Yeah, that's kind of the plan from now on, is to put it on my iPad and just set it in front of me.
Yeah.
Because having that real-time map, even if that's the only thing I ever use the app for, worth it.
Because
Second screen experience, done.
Because half the time you're running like, shit, which way am I going?
Well, from a healing standpoint, I've found it very useful because I can have that inventory page up and click on an item and it heal me without having to stop and go through my
Are you
inventory.
talking about like using a stim pack or?
Yeah, anything. Eating
See,
something.
I have my stim pack set to down on the D-pad.
Yeah,
so I
down,
just,
down one. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you want to eat something for health, I don't have to...
See, I
Go to the
never eat
pit.
I do,
anything.
man. You
do
can
it
eat
all the
like
time.
ribeye steaks. You can eat a death claw steak. It's-
I even
I-
started
I
cooking.
never eat anything because I'm always like, but it's gonna give me rags.
But if you prepare it
yeah, if you
at a
actually
food
cook
station,
it. Yeah, if you
it
cook
takes it out.
Yes.
And you can actually make
Yes.
your own...
See, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't bother with the cooking and all of the chemistry and all that bullshit. You know what I want to do? I want to make weapons. I want to fix my armor. I
You
want
can
to
make weapons.
I want to add pockets to all my gear so I can carry more
No
shit.
shit. That I find myself scrapping and weighing down my dog more than anything.
Right.
in that fucking game.
It's Superman.
Oh, and you know what's super fucked up? I have no idea where I put my Gatling gun. I dropped it somewhere because I was so heavy and I wanted to pick up all this other shit that I was like, I'll come back for it. I have no idea where I put that thing.
I found two.
I mean, there needs to be an app for that. Somebody needs to make an app that logs into your account and says, here's where our shit is. Like, you can type in Gatling gun and it goes, you left it here, dummy?
Well, the problem is, from what I've seen online, like Quentin had the issue the other day, he lost dog meat. It's
Yeah.
a very common problem.
Well,
They say to put a doghouse on your property and do only one doghouse. That way, when you go to each section, like Sanctuary, Red Rocket, whatever, you go to the doghouse and you'll be
Red
there.
Rocket.
Right, I thought that too.
The only way I lost dog meat for a little while, and I honestly thought I was going to have to restart the game because I could not find him.
Yeah.
And I did not dismiss him. I didn't lose him in combat. He was there in Sanctuary, and then he wasn't. I had to go find... And the only reason I even thought to do this, because I Googled it, and if you have the PC version, you can console command him back. But you can't do that with a 360 or one, any console. You can actually go up to a...
They really do need a whistle. Like,
You
why
go-
can't that just be an update?
Yeah.
You can go to a command window on the PC, and it will tell you exactly where a specific item is if you know its actual name in the code. And you can go to those
Oh, I
coordinates,
see
and
what
it'll
you're
be
saying.
there.
Yeah, because it technically is saved at that point.
Point.
Yeah.
But I was just walking around Sanctuary after I'd established it, and Cogsworth had asked me at one point, would you like me to come with you so I could make Cogsworth a companion? And this was before I lost dog meat, and I remembered that, so I went and talked to Cogsworth, and I'm like, sure, come along, follow me. And as soon as I did that, it popped up a little dialogue box. It said, where do you want to send dog meat? I said, Sanctuary, and I watched dog meat walk down the road into Sanctuary. I walked over to him and said, come on.
Yay!
So, I guess for the rest of the time that I played, I'm going to have to leave Cogsworth in Sanctuary. And if I lose dog meat, I know how to get
I
it back.
can't stand taking Cogsworth anywhere because he
I've
doesn't like
tried.
anything that I do.
Well, I don't even know how to fucking take anybody else with me. I just have dog meat
If
everywhere.
Oh,
you go
he-
talk to Cogsworth,
Mhm.
he will ask you, would you like me to follow you or something
Same
to
thing
that.
with what's his name from the Minutemen.
Crocodile Dundee hat.
Yeah. That dude.
Yeah.
He's a companion too.
There's certain NPCs that you can do that with, and there will be a dialogue that lets you know that they can do that.
Yeah, apparently later on you get the option of a super mutant, I think, or maybe a ghoul.
Something like
I think
that.
it's a super mutant.
I was
Anyway.
flipping through the
Nice.
the survival guide, and there's like 7 or 8.
Right. Oh, and I think what's her name? The newspaper chick is one of them.
I don't know.
Oh, you guys haven't been to Diamond City yet.
Magnolia.
Trying to get there. And you know what? This
Something like
weekend, I will try it.
Well,
Saturday, I'll try to
apparently
get there
you
again.
can. I was.
You're talking. No, I think. No, that's.
Well, I don't know who that is, but I was on YouTube trying to figure out some shit. Like literally, I could not figure out for the life of me to put a wire from a fucking generator.
Oh, yeah. Triangle.
I was like,
Add wire.
because it said, add wire. I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
And then if you don't have any copper, then that option might as well not even be there.
And then I literally had to YouTube that. And I was like, really?
Can I tell you how many times I have just gone scavenging for fans, for alarm clocks,
Mm-hmm.
for toy cars because they have screws.
Yep.
They have radio? Is it radios that have radioactive material?
I think.
Microwaves? I wouldn't think a radio would.
Anyway,
But maybe in the game. I don't know. I haven't known.
yes, we're talking about real life. I'm talking
You know, a
about
lot of these
radioactive
games-
material.
Plutonium. Watches.
So-
Right.
You know, some of these games take themselves that seriously.
Actually, I think watches, pocket watches, they have glass and springs and maybe a screw.
Trash Can Carla has a actual. If you look through her inventory, she has shipments.
Oh yeah, those shipments cost an arm and a leg.
Because you're...
Unless you glitch it.
Because you're sort on
You're
money.
not admitting to cheating.
Is it really cheating at this point?
It's really not, because if they,
They
haven't
haven't
patched
patched
it,
it.
they're welcoming that shit.
I mean, I was
And
like,
here's what makes me think they are welcoming that particular glitch. Even people that have nothing to do with ammo, I'm talking these people sew for a living. They have one pack of ammo, and that one pack of ammo works for the glitch.
Yep. Just like with the Cryolator, I think that shit's in there on purpose. Because if they were concerned about that, it would be gone already.
I can't help but wonder if it's kind of like cheating in Grand Theft Auto. Once you do it once, you're marked for the rest of the game as a cheater.
Just
There's-
like with the Metal Gear, you'll never, if you use the chicken head once, you'll never get
Right.
a perfect period
Yeah,
unless you
that's
delete your
that's
save
such
game.
an obscure comparison, but yes. Yes.
I don't care. I saw it. I was like, oh, is this how you do it? I was like, I can't help it.
I mean, at least they call you a chicken in Metal Gear, but
I haven't decided if I'm going to use the glitch yet. because
I
haven't come to a
tried the
vendor to
glitch
make the
once,
moral
and
decision.
it might as well have been heroin. Because
Because
at that point, I was like, who needs teeth? Ding, 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 ding.
Because that's the thing. When I get to that first vendor, I will have to make that decision. Because once I do it, I'm over with.
I'm still confused because Trash Can Carla was waiting for me on the way to the Red Rocket.
Yep.
I'm talking not even 10 feet out of sanctuary, there she was. And the encounter was almost the same every time, and I say that because I died right after meeting her 3 times, because she's kind of sitting there on the path to Red Rocket, and I would, do the vending thing, and then I'd walk away, and there'd be some rad scorpions or something, whatever the fuck they're called. The angry-ass scorpion at the next street down, just ready to kill me. And then if it wasn't that, it was a rabid pack of dogs. Or, rad roaches. Who fucking knows? It was things that wanted to kill me every time I left her. And that's what taught me to quick save. If you do nothing else...
Do the Pit Boy. Set it for like 5 minutes. As soon as you open your Pit Boy, you go through your screen. As soon as you close it, autosave.
Yep, you can set it to do it for you.
Yes.
I know the Pit Boy autosaves for me.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way to get it to autosave automatically?
No.
Oh no, you've
I
actually.
thought that's what you were saying. I thought
I'm
you were saying a way to
sure-
set that.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
sure
gotta
you
go-
probably write a script in PC version, but that doesn't help us.
Yeah, you've actually got to
Yeah.
go into your Pit Boy, rummage around for a little bit, and get out of it. It'll automatically.
The
autosave,
only
close it.
settlement I have is Sanctuary. Does that make any difference?
I've gotten. What have you done?
How much?
I have three settlements. at
I have
least.
been to...
Maybe 4. I think I have 4.
I've got the
Red-
bluffs.
Red
and
Rocket.
I guess if you call the drive-in movie theater settlement. I've got those three, and Red Rocket.
I've got Red Rocket and Sanctuary, but I don't think Red Rocket's actually a.
No, I don't think it is.
It's considered a settlement.
Well, there's nobody there. So.
I have people there.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I have nobody there.
I actually found a ghoul in the wild. I just heard gunshots. I started walking towards it, and he says something along the lines of, "Don't make me do this" or something. And anyways, he kills a couple of dudes, and I slowly approached him with my gun drawn, and he just talks to me. And he's talking about how he walks the wastelands and like repairs gear or something. Anyways, it's this dude with like, anyway, you know what the ghouls look like? They look like zombies with burnt faces. And this,
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I ran into some guy who apparently kept eating dog meat and just kept farting.
well, this guy was like, I just want a place to be left alone, and it let me offer him to send him to one of my settlements, and I sent him to the Red Rocket, and I put food and beds and all kinds of shit there, and now I have 3 people there, and that's actually where the Minutemen hang out. So technically I have about 6 people there, but the Minutemen roam, and I haven't actually done it yet, but I'm sure somebody's going to be like, well, you haven't done this yet, dumbass? But I'm assuming now that I have the flare gun, I can actually call those Minutemen to assist me wherever I go.
Yeah, I have the flare gun. I've done enough story to get that, and then the story diverged off because the crazy crackhead told me to go to Diamond City.
I haven't been there yet.
And
oh, okay. So this may spoil something for somebody, so sorry. I killed that bitch. She kept asking for more, and I had it. The gypsy.
She OD'd.
I haven't seen
She
her
OD'd.
yet. I haven't seen her yet.
And you haven't saved the Minutemen?
I've saved the Minutemen.
Then you've seen
Yeah,
her.
the crazy lady that gets the visions that you have to build a chair for.
I didn't have to build a chair for her. She just asked for drugs.
She hadn't asked me for shit.
And then y'all ain't got that far yet.
All she did was ask me for drugs, and then I brought her some. And
Well,
she told me to go to
there's a
Diamond
mission
City.
to build her a special chair. It's actually in your build menu as her chair. I know that because I built like 5 fucking chairs, thinking, why is this bitch not sitting down? I finally built her chair under the special items.
But
And
as far
she
as
sat there.
storyline goes, that's all I have is that she sent me to Diamond City. I haven't managed to get there yet. And the drive-in with the radio station, the radio tower thing, and I can't pick the fucking lock. And I think it's retarded that I can't blow the door down.
I think it's retarded that you broke more than 1 bobby pin.
I've got like 40 bobby pins.
I had 6, and I used all
I think
6.
I've broken 5 total, and I've probably picked 30 locks.
Well, I had 6, and I haven't found any more. And I used 1 in the brewery to unlock a crate that gave me a bunch of ammo. And I had no problems with that one.
If I can give you any advice, it's when you lockpick, leave it straight up. Go left or right. I'm talking like use the shit out of the analog. Because you want to do it as fine as possible. Whichever way it moves, then turn it to that direction. If it doesn't move at all, go all the way one way or the other.
Well, and see,
barely try it.
Well,
because as soon as you jerk that controller one way or the other, you're snapping it instantly.
Yep.
And see, that's what I've done. It moves just a little bit to the left, and then it lets me turn the lock. And I've done it very slowly. And as soon as it starts to give me any resistance, I try to back off, and it breaks.
Huh.
Yeah, I like literally, my thumb's off and it goes back.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to roll it back to where it wouldn't break once I start getting resistance, and it just snaps.
Weird.
And every time I've done it on that lock, it's to the point where it's like a pixel from being picked.
Yeah. See, I figured you'd be better at that because you played. Oh crap.
Well, I
Sam, what was his name? This, the Metal Gear Solid ripoff with the 3 dots.
the Splinter Cell game?
Splinter Cell.
You know what?
Thank you.
I feel like I am better than that, and maybe it's something that I'm
Because
not.
Splinter Cell was all about lock picking.
And I've always been good at lock picking in games, but that one lock, for some reason, I can't seem to do anything with.
Huh.
I mean, I'm to the point where once I find some bobby pins, I'm just gonna load it up over here and let you do it.
It's kind of like your platform jumping.
Sometimes.
Like, I can't do this.
Well, it gets really frustrating sometimes.
Right.
I do a lot of okay, I'll say this one thing, then we'll move on. What's his fuck? The Crocodile
The Minuteman. I can't think of his name.
I can't either.
I haven't played in a week. I feel so bad for my settlement because I haven't been there.
Good thing it doesn't
But fuck
deal with
life.
it in real time. But anyway.
Life gets in the way.
Exactly. Life, it finds a way.
It usually does.
He keeps giving me a lot of off the wall missions to go do.
Oh yeah, like I've talked to him. He's trying to send me like 3 different places.
And well, I don't even talk to him. I go back to Sanctuary. He's like, oh yeah, by the way. And then the next thing I know, a mission will pop up, and then the Brotherhood of Steel will give me other shit. So,
right.
All right. End of that.
Enough Fallout for today.
Let's just go ahead and say that Fallout is the reason that I haven't touched Tomb Raider. It's the reason I've barely played Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And let me just tell you that the little that I've played of Syndicate so far has completely redeemed.
Yeah, I was about to say, has it redeemed itself?
Yes, it is what I expected Unity to be.
Okay, well then.
Except for the the whole online multiplayer thing, but I do like the whole twin aspect of it. The male female part. There's the grappling hook, which let's just go ahead and point out that this is the year of the grappling hook. What is it? Just Cause 3, and the entire game is about the grappling hook. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it's about the grappling hook. Let's see. Uncharted 4 is gonna be about the grappling hook. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Anyways, it's the year of the grappling hook. It's almost like whoever figured that out in their physics engine is a billionaire.
It's just like whoever figured out lens flares in Destiny and went to town.
I can't use... Oh, what is that? What is the white weapon that I have?
Hung jury.
A hung jury.
I don't like
Favorite scout rifle.
Rebel.
Favorite scout rifle ever. And the thing is bright white. And there are so many scenarios in that game, especially a la cool. When you're in you're in the dark, but it's top lit in that one section. You're aiming down the scope of this thing, and it's so white and so bright that you can't see anything, even down the scope of it.
I remember when the game launched, I even made a comment that, isn't it great that they've gotten to the point with lens flares that we have to squint our eyes? And now I'm sick of them. But enough about video games.
That just goes to show you we can complain about anything.
Absolutely. Enough about video games.
Speaking of complaints, I have no complaints for the movie that I just saw.
me either.
And Kevin saw it as well. I've not seen it, but go.
Except Kevin wants to complain about the previews, apparently.
Well, I mean, I go to movies. I mean, of course, I'm there to see the movie, but I do enjoy the previews. And let me tell you, if you like previews as much as I do, it is a dumpster fire of previews before the movie.
So random.
Because I mean, especially with Hunger Games being kind of actiony, kind of a little bit.
Well, with Hunger Games being kind of one of the anticipated movies of the year, not so much like Star Wars level, but like the end of an era. There's not been a game changing set of movies since
Potter.
Maybe Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Since Potter.
Right. So for it to have as weak a previews as it did, yeah, I see what you're saying, because there's like, say, the Jennifer Aniston movie Joy. What the fuck is that movie even about?
Or the damn the kid, the fucking ceramic doll.
Oh yeah, with Maggie from Walking Dead.
I'm sorry, if she deserves to die in that movie. If she dies, she deserves it, because.
Do you think the previews were so weak because of what comes out in 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Could be.
Or just that there's not really any good movies coming soon.
I mean, I'm surprised I didn't see a preview for Star Wars.
You won't at this point. They don't need to.
Except for maybe Gods of Egypt.
That's like you said, Wrath of Titans, or like Gods.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans. Yeah, I'm just afraid that it's going to be watered down because of what Clash of the Titans has already done.
So to the movie.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's try to move you along.
Hunger Games was. I enjoyed the movie itself. It was a very good finalization of the series. How well it stuck to the books, I have no idea, and I don't care.
I think pretty much everything that happened, everybody that died.
Oh, see, yeah,
Yeah.
some
It
of it
stuck
was
to
very predictable. Like, they set things up to be anticipated, easily anticipated.
Yeah, when what's her face was like, all right, nothing here. I'm gonna turn around and go through this tunnel.
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
you were waiting for
I'm
that
dead.
the entire time.
I was like, oh, she's dead.
But
She's
little,
lost.
little did I know that they were gonna have the fucking those goony things from the Descendant.
From The Descent.
Yes, fucking. Why did I say Descendant? Okay, making fun of you say decent earlier has fucked my brain up. I just said Descendant because I had it in my head where you were trying to say decent and you said descent. So now I can't even think of the word descent.
So how did they handle the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman halfway through the filming?
You know, you didn't notice.
You didn't know.
That's
You
good.
really didn't notice.
But I wonder, and I need to ask somebody who's actually read the books. Was that supposed to be him that when Woody Harrelson said that the letter, was that supposed to be him saying that to her?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I'm wondering if
It's without having read the books, I don't know how significant of a role he played that they weren't able to portray in the movies. That being said, I don't care.
I don't care. I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
But you feel they dealt with it fine, you didn't really notice?
You don't notice.
That's
And if they had to CG anything, you don't notice.
I think at the very end.
Yeah.
At the very end, I mean, I think that right there, you can tell the cast on.
Because, I mean, in the beginning, they had an extreme close-up. It was just right there. And, of course, you know, a lot of it was probably filmed all at the same time.
Yeah, most of it is, and they usually film the ends of movies first.
Right.
I don't understand that.
Weird.
They
But,
do. They usually film the last scenes first.
Talk about anticipating everything in that movie. The end of it, I was like, yep, called that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like, I guess I was expecting a different ending, just from anticipation of the movie itself. I kind of felt like Katniss would end up dead, that she'd be a martyr. You know, I didn't really know what to expect. I definitely didn't expect the people, a lot of the people that died to die.
Yeah.
And the way they died was super fucked up.
Yeah. Aquaman.
Aquaman!
He came in like pimp and was like, nah.
He was one of my favorite characters. He
Yeah.
was a cocky ass.
And he just got married too.
Right?
Randall. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that out of all the Hunger Games, this was probably one of the better ones. If I had to, I guess if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. Just because it was, you know, it was a good story, but some of it ended up being predictable, and a lot of the scenes that are supposed to grab you really just kind of fell short to some extent.
Yeah, and I think they had to. Now this is according to the book. The scene with all the kids.
Yeah.
That was more graphic in the book.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see them dumbing that down a little bit because people were already up in arms about the very first Hunger Games when they were like, kids killing kids? You can't show that. But, yeah, I'd say overall, I would, even if I could, you know, scrounge up complaints, and they would be petty things, it was an enjoyable movie, and I'd definitely go see it again.
Yeah.
I'll own that one.
I felt bad for that fabric lady.
No shit.
He turned her into a cat.
But what I want to know is, does she really exist? Like, did they just find that chick on the street and go, we need you for a part in this movie? Because people are so into body modifications, I guarantee that woman is real.
Yeah.
Look, she looks like a leopard. Talking like she has like the cut in the middle of the face.
Yeah, and the whiskers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because those whiskers looked like medically implanted.
Yep.
Yeah. She's probably a real person.
So are we done ranting for the day?
Yeah, I think I'm calm. I'm good. I got it all out.
Well, thanks everybody for listening.
Yep. Don't forget, Bush League Geek on all the social media things. Find us, subscribe to us, listen to us, tell us what you think.
Just tell us something.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Till next time.